Good afternoon and welcome to Entertainment Now on Spectrum Television. How are you having a beautiful midweek? Wednesdays are always very exciting for me because I feel like it is that one day where we get to choose if we want to be very serious in the remaining days of the week or we want to just like clap it down on all of that seriousness. Now, as much as I'm an advocate for working hard, I also believe that, there are days where you have to make room for yourself, and that might just mean that you have to clap it down a little bit on the work that you are doing. But if you have the opportunity to work hard, like every day, and maybe you do not have the space and time to clap it down and take care of yourself that much, make sure that you make the weekend out for yourself and even for your family and friends. Today we're celebrating two international days. One is International Day of Friendship. And that brings me to saying, have you actually sat down with your friends recently? When was the last time you had to sit down with your friends? When was the last time you had conversations with your friends and you laughed? Or has life been too serious that you have forgotten that you need friends to balance this life? You are not supposed to just be working hard for money. Money is not the only thing that makes the world go round. Friendships, laughter, trips, talk about it. And those are the things that also make the world interesting to live in. So I hope that today you are actually making steps to reconnect with your friends. Friends from primary school, friends from secondary school, friends from wherever part of life that you met, and you created this so much bond with them. Do well to call, check up on them today. Be friendly with people too. Who knows, you might just be making new friends today and you will tell yourself, oh, I made this new friend on the 30th of July on Friendship Day. So do all you can to be so friendly today, because it is very important that you take being friendly so seriously. Away from that, we also celebrate marking today International Day of people that have been under human trafficking, people who've been trafficked. And then we're also just here to create awareness for human trafficking. A lot of people do not know that you can be emotionally trafficked. Some people do not understand that being trafficked as a human being could be more than just, being brutally taken care of, or being, in situations that you wouldn't even pray you should be in, or even being traveled across oceans and seas to be used for different kind of activities. It's more than that. You can actually be trafficked as a human right in your home. You have to pay attention to your emotions. You have to pay attention to what looks like someone is trying to lure you into something you don't want to know or you don't want to do, with maybe one or two palliatives. You should be careful of things like that, because you might just be falling a victim of trafficking. So today we are marking those 2 days internationally, and I hope that you are able to take these days seriously. You're able to take friendship seriously. You're able to also create awareness for human trafficking, and you're able to stop, shut down, call to order whatever it is that looks like a form of human trafficking around you. Welcome to Entertainment Now. Once again, my name is Vera Philip and I am your host. Today, we're going to be serving you some of the amazing and not so amazing things that are happening on social media, especially with your favorite celebrities, be it music, be it entertainment, be it acting. We're here to talk about everyone that we can actually lay our hands on and talk about today. So we're starting off with the acting scene. Nollywood, as a matter of fact, Gideon Okeke has called out the wardrobe department on movie sets. According to him, he said he came back home and he suddenly developed rashes on his body. This can be equated to maybe not having clean wardrobe to put on, and maybe that must have been what caused his, rashes. And he did a video of himself, talking about how this is so bad. Why should, he be coming back home from a set and is having so much rashes on his body? That people on set should do more, wardrobe on set should do more, and whatnot. I also feel like he's in the place of producers and directors, especially producers, to make sure that whatever it is that, their costumers are bringing on set is actually clean for their actors to wear. It is not just about them acting on set. You're also very held responsible for what it is that is happening to them, or whatever it is that happens to them on your set. Take a look at what happened with Junior Pope and Adam Maluk. Adam Maluk had casted Junior Pope for a role and didn't pay attention to him having to wear life jackets to get into the water and travel all the way to another location. Unfortunately, what happened and we lost Junior Pope. And guess what? The entire world turned their back on Adam Maluk and said, well, he was in your custody at this time because he was shooting for you, which technically is not wrong. That is absolutely right. So when you're in a position or place where you have to be responsible for other people, you need to be responsible for them all roundedly. Their movement, their dresses, their everything is what you are responsible for. They are doing a job for you, so you need to be responsible for their safety as well. So I think that Gideon Okeke is also putting a call, aside from wardrobe managers, putting a call as well to movie producers, movie directors to please take note of wardrobe department on their movie set. Let them come up with clean clothes, let them wash their costumes really well and bring it back for, you know, these actors to use. Because if you're wearing a dress or a cloth that is not very comfortable, it's obviously going to show in whatever it is that you're doing. So this is a video of him actually complaining.
Wardrobe, go wash that shit, nigga. Go wash it. Won't cost you nothing to wash it. Look at that. God said, I come outside, rubbish.
Gideon Okeke is like literally very funny sometimes. I mean, this video is a serious video, but he just looks funny, you know. It sounds kind of unserious, but we know this is a serious video, and his call for cry for help is a very serious cry for help. I mean, your skin should be something, and sometimes it goes beyond your skin, you know, and it should be something that should be taken absolutely care of. All right, moving on and still in the acting and music scene, Angela Okorie has been in the news for a few months now for different reasons. For, you know, coming on Mercy Johnson, for Regina Daniels replying to her, coming for Mercy Johnson, to her going on a face-off with Regina Daniels, to also being accused of, you know, misusing police officers under her power, you know, and to also being called at the police station to answer questions concerning the policemen she has in her, you know, in her safety. It also goes way onto her relationship with Naira Marley, amidst the Naira Marley allegedly bullying Mohbad saga. Now, it's been a few years since Mohbad died. And every time there's still the conversation of what could have killed Mohbad, what was the condition of Mohbad before his death. You know, there was also bullying allegations. Naira Marley was, you know, mentioned. Sam Larry was mentioned. And these are the people who were kind of like held accountable for, you know, they were meant to be facing charges for this particular, you know, bully of Naira Marley. There's been so much that has happened, so much has surrounded the death of Mohbad rather. However, Naira Marley has been one of the people who are in the center of all of this, you know. And Iyabo Ojo, we also have Wumi, who is Mohbad's wife. All of these people are people who've been centered around this conversation. However, while this, you know, conversations are going on social media and people are asking about the integrity of Sam Larry, the integrity of Naira Marley, the integrity of even Iyabo Ojo, who had called for the justice of Mohbad after his death, Naira Marley has also been on the heat of this call out. And Angela Okorie has made a video talking about how sweet of a person that Naira Marley is. Now, earlier we had a very dark man who had made a video and said that he was going to give out 20 million naira to anyone who felt that, or who had a video of Naira Marley bullying Mohbad, had a video of Naira Marley ordering someone to bully Mohbad, or Naira Marley ordering people to bully Mohbad. Anyone who had that video, what sort of video whatsoever in this regard, he was going to give the person 20 million naira. So obviously, people are having conversations on social media about Naira Marley's involvement in the bullying of Mohbad. Amidst all of this, Angela Okorie says the sweetest of things about Naira Marley. She talks about how Naira Marley came through for her during her birthday. Let's take a look at the video.
I think about last 3 years or 4 years ago, Naira Marley surprised me, gave me lots of money on my birthday. I was shocked. The encouragement he gave to me, nobody have ever given it to me in this demonic industry, where me and you know that people just envy you for nothing, for being yourself, for being bold, for talking and working so hard. People are just gonna envy you. After my birthday, the next day I went to see Naira Marley. And I went to say thank you to him for coming for my birthday. And I told him I have a song that I just recorded the song, but the song is nice. If he wants to collaborate, if he likes it, let's do it. Instantly, Zlolitsky was even there. Zlolitsky was like, okay, yes, Naira, I beg, record this song, now hit. We recorded the song. Gang. That's how we recorded that song. Now, Mali even pushed that song on his own. I can tell you the truth. Everybody know me for speaking the truth. And you know I will never lie. Naira Marley was too nice to me. Naira Marley is not a fighter. Naira Marley is a very quiet person. He doesn't even talk. You can come to his house, you will see that he'll be making calls, only business. Before you get to talk to him, it's a long time. So at some point, when I started saying things about him on social media, when they were dragging him, and then
Well, Angela Okeke is one person that's never hidden how much she adores Naira Marley, even before this birthday of hers 2 years ago. I remember when the entire heat was on Naira Marley after the death of Mohbad. She had come on social media to talk about, justice for Mohbad as well. And she got trolled. Naira Marley is one of the FTs, one of the gang members, and you're not saying anything, you're not dragging Naira Marley. And she said that, if Naira Marley is in any way... However, I am not going to accuse my friend of what I'm not sure my friend has done, which made a lot of sense. Now, Angela Okeke is one person that when she shows loyalty, she actually does show loyalty to the end. So coming at this time where there's so much conversation and even a prize on whoever it is that can provide a video of Naira Marley asking or demanding or even ordering for the bullying of Mohbad, it kind of shows loyalty to a long extent. Now, we still have Naira Marley in the hook, we have Sam Larry in the hook, and recently Yabojo as well in the hook, who needed nothing but justice for the poor boy. However, all of this are still hanging over the heads of these people and even the public. And we just hope that one day, the Mohbad's body would be laid to rest as it should be, and maybe the perpetrators of the act that happened to Mohbad will also be caught. But I think everyone at this point is just very concerned about Mohbad being buried than even the justice system, because it has, most likely failed in like 2 years of this case going off and on. Moving forward and talking about remembering people who have died. Last year, 30th of July 2025, a year after the family of singer Okeke Onwenu, his son specifically Tijani, have decided to remember her after 1 year of death. Now, remember that Okeke Onwenu was a singer, an actor, an entertainer, a TV host. This lady died at 72 last year while she was performing a Lagos party, a birthday party in Lagos. And it was one of the most, painful death, because she was a legend in her own way. The woman was a woman of a great value. She left lots of legacy behind, and it's really hard. We know that everyone is going to come to die one day, but having to lose her at such an unexpected time at 72 while she was performing, like heartily performing as a birthday event. The likes of Joke Suba were at that event. A lot of other people were at that event who felt so sad seeing what had happened to her. She had performed and she slumped and she was rushed to the hospital. Unfortunately, she was declared dead in the hospital. We also remember this woman who, aside from leaving legacy behind, a veteran, has taught a lot of people a lot of things, has given us so much with her music. We celebrate her today and remember her, 1 year after her death. And we also pray that may her gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Moving on to another story. Tubaba and his fiancée, Natasha Osawaru, are allegedly tied the knot, or have allegedly tied the knot traditionally in Benin. Now, this seemed to have happened on the 25th of July 2025. They said it is alleged that close friends and family, especially family members, were in attendance of this wedding, including Tubaba's family members were also at this wedding. Now, remember that initially Tubaba's family members had talked about how they are uncomfortable seeing Tubaba with Natasha. His mom came on social media to ask for help. His brother also called him out, for misbehaving ever since he started a relationship with the said Natasha. Natasha, on the other hand, had gone ahead to put Tubaba's surname to her name, which gave the mindset that they've already been married. However, on 25th of July, allegedly, these two tied the knot. There are videos that have been circulating online and showing that these two actually tied the knot traditionally. Let's take a look at the video.
Where they take away your peace of mind. You really need me to survive. Survive. For yesterday, they don't let me touch their wine. It was solo, they give me tough time. Say me, I'm running out of time. Oh. Should I be like if I leave? Like, do you want? I ready to take away your peace of mind. You really need me to survive. Survive. For yesterday, and they don't let me touch their wine. It was solo, they give me tough time. Say me, I'm running out of time. Yeah, they don't let me touch their wine. It was solo, they give me tough time. Say me, I'm running out of time. Oh.
Okay, so we have seen Tubaba being entangled in this, social media web where opinions have been laid out about his relationship with this new wife, Natasha, and his last relationship with Annie Idibia. Obviously, no one ever thought that Annie Idibia and Tubaba were going to get divorced. Talk more of him getting married, almost immediately to Natasha. This hasn't really sat on well with some people on social media, as almost everyone has had something to say about him. Remember that a few weeks ago, after he had, gone on a podcast and talked about how men are polygamous in nature and had to do an apology video, a lot of people called Natasha out for being the ones who forced him to do an apology video over something that he has said before. And many other encounters, many other things that have happened that have had the public, have opinions or wide opinions about what is going on between the two of them. The possibility of it being love or control, and many other options that have even been laid on the table concerning their relationship. But what is most important is Tubaba happy? He obviously looks happy, so I think that we should just, and isn't doing badly for herself on social media. She is thriving, brands are coming for her. Her daughter, last daughter, Olivia, is actually going into surgery, and things are going well for both families at this point, or both individuals at this point. So I think all we can do is support them if they're actually really happy. Moving on to our last story, Burna Boy had to perform at the England Lionesses welcome party. So of course the Lionesses had won in the Euros, and Big Burna Boy had to admit that the Lionesses manager is a huge fan of Burna Boy. So she wasn't even expecting that Burna Boy was going to come perform at the welcome party. However, thanks to crew members, Burna Boy was brought in to perform at this party. Let's take a look at this. Lovely videos.
See you dance. Please give it up.
Lovely videos.
See you dance. Please give it up, everybody, for Serena's Burna Boy is coming to the.
Every single moment, you were there by my side. Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel whole. Whenever I'm lonely, you're there for my. Whenever I'm lonely, you're there for my soul. Wherever you are, that's where I call my own. Whenever you doubt it, I'll be letting you know. Whoa, girl, I want to be dancing with you forever. You see through the storm and take me as I am. Baby, it's magic anytime that we're together. I make her just love you. You're there inside. Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel whenever I'm broken, you're there for my soul. Wherever you are, that's what I call my own. Whenever you die, I'll be letting you know.
Such a lovely video. Like, I could actually just keep my cheeks smiling from ear to ear, because this is so lovely. Having to see Serena be so happy and even sing along to Burna Boy's music. Does she know what she's saying though? But we really enjoyed this. Burna Boy performing here and celebrating women. I mean, we also had the likes of Timi Dakolo, Tenny also, perform here in Nigeria when we welcomed our Super Falcons. And it's just nice because these people actually deserve this treatment. They put in so much work, get less recognition, and having to see them get recognized after their win is really beautiful. So congratulations, of course, the Lionesses, and to Burna Boy as well, because I mean, he got fans cheering at him there. He got manager being a favor of his, and also a way to actually be on that stage and perform. He is definitely having so much fun on that stage. You could obviously see. All right, that's all that we can bring to you today on Entertainment Now. A very big thank you for being a part of the show. Remember that we're marking International Friends Day today. You should do well to make friendships today. And, of course, remember the friendships that matter to you as well today. Laugh on the phone, visit their homes, But remember your friends today and have fun while at it. I'm leaving you now. My name is Vera Philip. You can follow me on social media. On Facebook is Vera Philip. On Instagram, VeraPhilip_MGZ. Follow Spectrum Television on all our social media platforms. All right, till we meet tomorrow for Throwback Edition. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye for now.